To create a virtual workstation, the first thing you're going to need to do is to find a server or a dedicated workstation that has a fair amount of memory, let's say 8 gigabytes of memory. And on that typical Windows machine or server, you will load the applications that you want to use remotely. Those applications could be Office, Word, different shared drive access, anything that you really want to use if you're remote. And those applications then can be hosted and published and accessible from tablets, devices, or virtual workstations. So the second part is to then access those files remotely. So we're going to cover what the end experience looks like by just double-clicking and seeing what virtual workstation looks like. And what we find is a program window. A program window pops up, and on that program window we find Outlook, QuickBooks, Word, anything that we have, and by double clicking these things, these executables are actually being run on a virtual host that we created. So I can type, I can edit, I can print, I can spell check obviously, and I can do all the things that I would do as if I was plugged in directly to that machine. And I can do that from the power of and the convenience of an iPad or from anything else. I can close applications down, and it actually operates, in my scenario, operates faster than it would otherwise because there's more horsepower on the host machine than on the connection device that I have with the virtual workstation. I can also have access to other tools that are beneficial to me: remote desktop, backup batches, rebooting remote servers, command lines, and Outlook, and anything else that I have. I can see my files through the shared drive. I can manage the control panel or do anything that I want from this virtual connection. So the virtual workstation in essence gives you the ability to have a computer fully functional, a computer window that's fully functional on whatever connecting device you have. Best of all the data is not being run on my local machine, not being stored, it's remote. So I have the quality, I have the speed, and of course I have the security. The next part we're going to go into is what the administrator interface looks like and how easy it is to add, delete programs that will then show up on end user screens, which we have here. And for the sake of this, I will put this end user screen down lower so that we still have access to it. And I'm going to go ahead and open the interface console on the host server now. Okay, we have the controlling host interface pulled up now, and what we can see from this is we can see that there are applications shared, and we can simply add those by double clicking an executable path that we desire. In this case, I'm going to share something simple like the Windows calculator and show you how quickly and how easily it is to share even things like applications. I double click it, and boom, behind us here we have the calculator. We double click it, and to an end user they now can use the calculator. Again, that could work for any application that you have: shortcuts, shared drives, network paths, and things of that nature. All of the security is controlled by the typical Windows system. So on these host computers, if you create local profiles, with those local profiles having security rights to 4 different things, you can even deny access to certain applications, files, folders, depending on the user and the username, even though everyone's going through the same computer. So creating a virtual environment really consists of deciding on what programs are going to be accessed, what data is going to be accessed, and which users are going to access those and from what locations. Once that's done, a host computer, a gateway, a server can be set up. And once that's set up, you can have a very simple way to share the applications out and to allow people to see what you're seeing here, which is the different applications that are loaded and shared for a profile and have enforced security rights that you have created. So thanks for watching this segment on how to create a virtual workstation. If you have any other questions, definitely look at the website, virtualworkstation.org.